What's going on, everyone? Alex De Silva, Happy as Larry Group. I hope you're well. Welcome to another daily dose of happiness. I was debating what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, and as always, something in my head just says just turn the camera on and it will come out. So I love learning, I love developing every day, and no pressure, just something that I enjoy personally. And I find it keeps me new all the time, keeps me refreshed, and it keeps me going every single day. It gives me a challenge every single day, and I love listening to, hello my beautiful, I love listening to motivational videos. I have people that motivate me, and I listen to them on a daily basis, not because I need to, but I just love it. I just really enjoy it. And I probably listen to a handful, not even that, because there is just a particular way, there is something that I just need to hear every single day that just sparks that thing in me. And I wanted to ask people now, as we're now, the days just keep on coming, and the time just keeps on passing by, and wow, we're almost halfway through the year. And here is now where the questions I've been asking myself is like, okay, what are we going to do now? Lucy and I have got some huge plans. Ruby's going to go back to the childminder next week. We're actually really excited. I think the childminder's more excited than we are. But I'm really excited because we're now going to start, planting new seeds, on things that are to come, things that we want to achieve. We're both singing from that same hymn sheet, and we've put together our business plan, and we're going to be talking to potentially a digital agency, and there are things that we're now starting to do and little investments that we're starting to make. And we've made some mistakes. I definitely have made some mistakes on investing money in things that really didn't pay off and didn't see no return on investment, or very little. And I learned from that. We learned from that. I started to realize that actually most of the times we cannot run before we can walk. That's just impossible. And I've started to realize time and time again that in order for me to get to my journey, I have to take small steps. And there are times where I'm just going to have to jump. And those jumps are going to be those leaps of faith. And this is something that, sometimes we do together, sometimes we do on our own. But every day is just one step towards our dreams and our goals and the things that we want to achieve for us as individuals, but for us together as a collective, as a couple, as a marriage, but also then as a company and as a business, and our values and what we believe in, and our mission and what we want to achieve, and the people we want to help. So the video today, I wanted to kind of ask you, what do you want to do with your life? What are you planning to do moving forward? Have you started to just think about, I shared a video yesterday, just around, self-improvement, getting to know yourself. What are you going to do for yourself over the next week, over the next couple of weeks, over the next months ahead? Because as things start to get back to normal, and we're now starting to get back to normality. There are a few changes here and there, and of course, we're going to be affected, by some of the changes, but it doesn't mean our individual lives have to stop. By no means that stops. My life never stopped. I had to adjust. Our business had to adjust. Things had to change, but I never stopped. Not once did I think, I love the afternoon naps. I definitely love those. But I got to spend more time with my wife and with my daughter, and then, and Maddie. And then I'm going to see Brandon on Monday, which I can't wait. I haven't seen him in like 2 months. So, there are so many incredible things that happen in that time. And now I'm just sharing some passion because I've started to realize, it keeps clicking, that life never stops, Alex. Don't take your foot off the gas. Just because we have guidelines that we need to follow the guidelines. And I've said this all along, but do not take your foot off your personal gas. Don't take your foot off your dreams. Don't take your foot off your goals, because life still moves forward. You still move forward, whether that's losing weight, whether that's getting better, whether that's improving, whether that's making more money, whether that's just saving, whether that's spending time with family. It doesn't matter. Life will never stop. Never stop. And this has been proof. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from this is continue with life. Continue moving forward. Continue planning. Utilize this time for yourself, whether it's personal, self-healing, whether it's to get to know who you are, loving kindness, learning about compassion towards yourself, self-talk, changing that mindset, something positive, or whether it's just chilling, playing video games, watching, binging Netflix for the last 2 months. If that's made you happier because you've never had time to do it, then that's brilliant. Great, good for you. Because here's the one thing that I've learned. Who am I to judge what you do? I am only accountable to myself and my little baby, who looks up to me to look after her until she can walk and she can start taking her own steps towards her goals and her dreams. But what I can do is we still live in a world that's free. We have free will, we have freedom of speech. And I truly believe that we should be always looking after one another. We should always be sharing everything that we learn, everything that, you know, that we develop, everything that we grow, every process. Why not? Because everything that we do should always be paid forward. And I think it's so important that we're able to do that. I think it's so important that we can teach each other. I saw on the news, and I caught it very briefly, you know, about a guy in America, you know, a black guy in America, who a white police officer had his knee on his face. And again, it happened again where, you know, unfortunately this gentleman died. And then I saw a quote on LinkedIn this morning, and it said, "White people, we need to do more." And I said, really? Why is that just our responsibility as white people? I mean, I'm mixed anyway, so, you know, I don't categorize myself as anything. I'm a human being. So the way I see it is, why is that burden just being put on white people? Shouldn't that be put on as a collective, as human beings? Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Indian, whether you're Chinese, whatever race you are, whether you're male, female, whether you're gay, straight, bi, whatever, whether you choose to label yourself with no sex, it doesn't matter. I couldn't care less. But this is what needs to change. And again, this is only my personal view, is what the hell are we doing still labeling things? Why are we still down this road and this route where racism, sexism, all of these things are still being an issue? Well, it's an issue because it's still happening. Well, it's still happening because people are still talking about it. People are still holding on to the past. People still have a chip on their shoulders. People are still angry. People are still resentful. People are still, and listen, I'm Brazilian. I've been spat at, I've been called all sorts of names because of where I came from and because I couldn't speak the language. And I got bullied left, right and center. But that never changed who I am. I'm still that person. I'm still always going to be Brazilian. I have Italian. We have all sorts of, you know, beautiful heritages, you know, in my family and even extended families. We have black, we have all different kinds of ethnic origins, and that's phenomenal. But that's the world we live in. We don't live in a world anymore where black people have to sit at the back of the bus and white people have to sit at the front. We all mix. And that's the most beautiful thing about life. But here's the thing, is that needs to change. It's that mindset that needs to change. Is we need to stop worrying about the past and calling people names and starting to think that, oh, it's an ethnic minority. No one's a minority, whether you're black, white, or whatever you are. We're equal. We are equal human beings. Equal human beings. And as we are in this place right now, where things have started to change, if there is one thing that we can add to that change, it's let's remove the labels, let's remove the judgment. Let's eradicate all of that stuff and start to look at people for who they are. The only label we have, as far as I'm concerned, is your name. And if you choose to have a sex, then you're male and female. Other than that, listen, it just is what it is. And it's a shame because, you know, people do die and people are affected, you know, and as I said, I've had my fair share of experiences, and, you know, and I've been judgmental, and, you know, and I've done things wrong, and who hasn't? We all have. But does that make me that person? Absolutely not. It makes it an experience. And until I learn, let go, and move away from that, until I'm able to just be free from the things that I don't want to hold on to my life anymore, until I'm able to let go of the pain and suffering, the things that burden me, I'm never going to be free. And this is what we do in this world, is we keep holding on to things, something to have, something over someone else. But how are we ever going to be free as humanity if we keep holding on to things? If we keep judging other people? If we keep breeding and feeding more and more negativity? So how do we do it? And this is the toughest thing, is we have to start as individuals, and we have to let go of the ego. We have to let go of resentment. We have to let go of anger. We have to let go of judgment. And slowly, as I said, not running, walking, taking slow, small steps towards practicing loving kindness, compassion, non-judgment with you. Starts with you first. And I've learned this, that as soon as I start to love me unconditionally, I don't look at anybody with regards to color, sex, whether you're gay or whether you're not. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. I will hug you, I will kiss you, I don't care. Exactly the same as everybody else. And Lucy knows I make my mistakes, and sometimes, you know, she kind of looks at me and goes, how do you even come up with these jokes? And I have my dad jokes, you know, I'm getting old. But the first and foremost, she knows this, I love people, which is why I do these videos, which is even now why I get emotional, and I don't even understand why, but it's just a passion for me, helping to change the world one person at a time. And I realized this started with me. And it was it's where everything changed. Because it started with me. And as soon as I started with me, that I started to see me differently. And I started to see everybody else differently. But in light and just incredible, phenomenal ways. And I see every single person, I don't care who you are. What I see in people, how I see people, is I always see the best version of themselves. So when I help somebody and I see them and I'm talking to them, I just, people look at me like I'm weird. Because I say to them, like, you are phenomenal. Because I saw it in me when I was at the darkest point of my life. And today I'm able to see that light, and I can see it in everybody else. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that today. I didn't know where this video was going to go. Hopefully there is a nugget somewhere in there. And I just need to share it because I think we're at that beautiful point now where people keep saying change is coming. You're absolutely right. Change is coming. And it's right here and right now. And if you're watching a video, if you watched it, leave your comments. What are you going to do differently for yourself today? Do you agree with everything that I've said? Does it resonate with you? Are you ready to make that change? Are you ready to start doing things differently? To start letting go of the things that serve you no more? To start letting go of that pain and that resentment? And if you don't know how, will help you. We can help you. Make that change today. You know, let's start doing that. Have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, I cannot stress this enough, as always, be great, be fantastic, and be absolutely phenomenal today. I love you with all my heart, every single one of you. who comment, who like, who shares. Because the more we share positivity, the more this vibrates, and the more we vibrate positivity, the more it breeds, and the more we breed it, the more it grows. It's like planting these little seeds that I talked about before, and we either plant negative seeds up here or we plant the positive ones. Lucy, there was a few other people that planted positive seeds into my head, and these things just manifested. They just keep growing, and I just want to share it with you. So I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Have an amazing day and enjoy this sunshine. See you soon. Take care.